John, fueled by a newfound sense of adventure and a deep appreciation for the historical charm of his Victorian home, decides to dedicate his Saturday afternoon to exploring the uncharted territories of the attic. The attic, filled with the musty scent of aged wood and the whispers of the past, beckons John with its promise of hidden secrets and forgotten stories. As John navigates through the labyrinth of old furniture, discarded books, and remnants of a bygone era, his eyes catch a glimpse of a faded tapestry, its edges frayed and colors dulled by time. Intrigued by the anomaly in the otherwise cluttered space, John decides to investigate further, his fingers brushing against the coarse fabric as he uncovers a concealed door, masterfully hidden from plain sight. With his curiosity now fully ignited, John finds himself compelled to open the door, his movements cautious yet filled with anticipation. To his surprise, the door yields easily, swinging open with a soft creak, as if it had been awaiting his discovery, used and tended to, even in the midst of the attic's neglect. Stepping into the hidden room, John is immediately transported to another time, his senses overwhelmed by the sight of furniture and belongings meticulously preserved, each piece telling a silent story of the decades they have witnessed. The room, untouched by the passage of time, stands as a living testament to the lives once lived within its walls. John's gaze is drawn to the walls, adorned with an array of family portraits, their frames ornate and grand, capturing moments of joy, sorrow, and the mundane. The faces in the portraits, though strangers to John, seem to speak to him, their eyes filled with stories longing to be told. A mix of excitement and a subtle sense of unease washes over John as he realizes the magnitude of his discovery. Eager to share this moment and perhaps shed light on the mysteries unfolding before him, John reaches for his phone, dialing Sarah's number, his voice filled with a blend of awe and urgency as he invites her to join him in his exploration. Sarah, a local historian known for her passion for uncovering the secrets of the past, arrives at John's Victorian home with a spark of excitement in her eyes, her curiosity piqued by John's hurried description of the hidden room. As she steps into the attic and lays eyes on the concealed door, her historian's heart races, sensing the stories waiting to be uncovered. Together, John and Sarah delve deeper into the room, their movements careful and reverent as they examine each portrait, each piece of furniture, trying to piece together the narrative of the family frozen in time on the walls. Their conversation is a dance of theories and historical facts as they work to unravel the mystery before them. In their exploration, John and Sarah move a particularly heavy, ornate frame, its weight a testament to its age. As it slips slightly from their grasp, it reveals a hidden compartment behind it, cleverly concealed and untouched. Inside, they find a treasure trove of old photographs and worn diaries, their pages filled with the intimate thoughts and daily happenings of the family. Eagerly, John and Sarah sift through the contents of the hidden compartment, their hands gentle as they handle the fragile photographs and turn the delicate pages of the diaries. The entries provide a window into the lives of the family, detailing their joys, their struggles, and the mundane moments that made up their existence. As John flips through the pages of a diary, his heart skips a beat as he comes across a family photograph, the image capturing a moment of laughter and togetherness. In the photograph, a young boy, no older than 5, smiles back at him, his features strikingly similar to John's own childhood photos. The resemblance is uncanny, and John feels a chill run down his spine as he realizes the connection. The chapter closes with John, his mind a whirlwind of questions and emotions, as he comes to terms with the revelation before him. He is connected to this room, to this family, in ways he could never have imagined. His heart pounds in his chest as he looks around the room, the faces in the portraits now taking on a new significance, and he knows that his life has just taken a turn into the unknown.
John's unrelenting curiosity takes over as he finds himself irresistibly drawn back to the mysterious room, the image of the young boy etched in his mind. His thoughts are consumed by questions and a burning need to uncover the truth behind the photo. John's obsession intensifies as he spends countless hours meticulously examining every diary and photograph he can find. He pores over the details, scribbling notes and connecting threads, becoming a ghost drifting through his own life, as his work and relationships suffer from neglect outside the four walls that now contain his world. From the sidelines, Sarah watches with growing concern as John loses himself in this quest, isolating himself more with each passing day. She approaches gingerly, her voice tender with worry as she urges him to take a break, to step away and clear his mind before he loses himself completely. But John brushes off her concern, his nerves frayed and patience worn thin. He cannot see beyond the shadows of the past calling to him from the room's confines. In his agitated state, he grows defensive, convinced that Sarah could not possibly understand this feeling, that he is on the verge of something monumental. As John's frustration reaches a boiling point, the room itself seems to come alive. Shadows dance and flutter along the periphery of his vision, and an icy chill permeates the air, raising the hairs on the back of his neck. Sarah witnesses the events with a shiver of fear. This is no longer simple curiosity. There are forces at play here that she cannot explain. In this tense atmosphere, John's obsession erupts. He accuses Sarah of toying with him, rearranging items just to feed some cruel prank. The words pierce the air like bullets. Sarah staggers back, equal parts stunned and angered. How could he lash out so baselessly? She leaves without another word, unable to stand by silently any longer. Now alone, John feels the emptiness settle around him. Whether a void left by Sarah's absence or an energy summoned by the room itself, he cannot tell. Regardless, he feels the irrepressible pull once more. A renewed vigor takes hold as he dives back into the secrets held within those diaries' delicate yellowed pages. Hours creep by, blending into one another, before the revelation manifests. A hidden message tucked away within one of the diaries gives rise to a chilling possibility, one that points to a dark and buried family secret. The shock of the discovery hits John's core, reverberating through his body. This room is not simply a historical curiosity, it is the keeper of his past, his identity. And within its walls he feels the inexorable call to uncover the entire truth no matter the cost. He does not have a choice anymore. Heart pounding, John steels himself for the shadows ahead.
John Mitchell finds himself increasingly isolated, seldom leaving the confines of the ominous room that has become his sole focus. He withdraws from friends, family, even neglecting the passion for architecture that once defined him. His world begins and ends within these four walls, amidst the old photographs and records that may hold the key to his forgotten past. He spends countless hours poring over the aged images, scrutinizing each face, searching for connections to his own muddled memories. He cross-references them meticulously with old genealogical records, sensing he is on the cusp of a breakthrough if he can just connect the dots. But the deeper John digs, the more resistance he faces, as if the room itself is fighting to maintain its secrets. Suspicious documents go missing from the stacks. Shadows dart and flicker at the corner of his eye. An icy chill pervades the air day and night. But none of this deters John. If anything, it strengthens his conviction that something monumental lurks beneath the surface. Some nights he awakens to whispers in the darkness, the skittering of invisible feet, but he blinks away the cobwebs of sleep and continues on. He feels an inexplicable bond with the ghosts that walk these walls, and he knows that if he can exhume their truth, he will finally understand his own. The parallels steadily emerge as John documents the intricacies of the family tree. Flickers of memory surface, bringing with them flashes of his childhood self, moments mirrored in the photos splayed before him. Could his connection to this family run deeper than mere curiosity? Could he, in some way, have been one of them? John is past the point of hesitation, determined to confront whatever demons may emerge. As he delves further into the records, the room itself seems to shift around him. The temperature drops suddenly, dramatically. The walls close inward as if to contain him. John's pulse thrums, sensing he has crossed a threshold from which he cannot return. When he finally moves toward the door, the knob will not budge, as if held in place by an invisible force. John throws his weight against it to no avail. The room has become a prison cell, and as the reality of John's captivity creeps in, panic grips his chest. He slumps to the floor as hopelessness washes over him. Whatever secrets live inside these walls, he realizes, may be destined to remain buried for eternity, and he is now condemned to join them. Overwhelmed, John sinks to his knees, the light draining from his eyes. As despair threatens to overtake him, a realization takes hold. The key to escaping this labyrinth lies somewhere within him. Steeling himself, John begins reviewing the clues scattered around him with renewed clarity and purpose. He turns first to the family portraits gazing back at him from the walls, their eyes once accusatory now filled with encouragement. Next, the diaries containing secrets closely mirroring his own. He runs his fingers gently over the delicate pages as memories long buried flicker to life. A vision materializes before him, a memory from childhood. This very room transformed into a place of joy and togetherness as he plays with his siblings. The echoes of their laughter dispel the room's foreboding aura. In that moment, a revelation sweeps over John. This room is not a prison, but a part of himself he had locked away. With acceptance comes freedom. John looks around, addressing the ghosts of his past, acknowledging the pain he had repressed for so long. As he speaks these truths aloud, the room begins to transform, the confining walls expanding outward into a warm embrace. The shadows and icy chill dissipate, leaving only tranquil air. John turns toward the door, this time opening easily, unlocked from within. He steps through quietly but resolutely, ready to reconnect with the parts of himself he had left behind. Sarah waits for him beyond the attic, relief washing over her face when she sees John whole again. He tells her everything with tears in his eyes, the room, the memories, his family. The truth sets him free. Drawn by an ineffable urge, John returns to the attic one final time, but the hidden door now leads only to a wall, the room erased entirely, with no evidence it ever existed. John stands speechless, questioning the reality of all he experienced. Descending the attic stairs, John feels unburdened, understanding that his journey was one of self-rediscovery and acceptance. The room had called out to the forgotten pieces of his soul, conjuring a portal to reconnect with his past. Now made whole, John releases the mysteries of that room with gratitude rather than longing. For at last, he knows, some doors are better left closed.